The air hangs heavy, thick with the scent of wet earth and loss. What was once a quiet suburban street is now a canal of murky water, a muddy line marking every surface. Silence dominates, broken only by a distant generator or a bird's cry. Silt coats everything, a gritty reminder of the river's unwelcome visit. A minivan sits submerged, a front door hangs open, family photos float inside. The flood violated more than property, it shattered the sense of home. Faces return, dazed, scanning the wreckage, trying to reconcile memory with reality. A man stares at his collapsed childhood home. A woman retrieves a mud-caked photograph. These are not statistics, they are families, communities, lives upended. The water has receded, but its scars remain, on the land, and in the hearts of those who live here. The sun bakes the mud, but cannot dry the tears. Cleanup is daunting, each shovelful an act of defiance. This is where recovery begins, in the quiet, heartbreaking stillness of a drowned neighborhood. The journey forward starts here. Numbers can't capture the true scale of disaster. Loss is measured in empty chairs at dinner, in ruined businesses, in erased landmarks. We visit a small town along the Trinity River, now a ghost town of splintered wood and twisted metal. Homes lifted from foundations, cars stacked like toys, the local church gutted. People here have lost more than houses. They've lost history, memories, community. The search for the missing continues. The economic toll is staggering. Farms and ranches are underwater, dreams drowned in mud and debt. Many had no flood insurance. The river was once a friend, now an enemy. Rebuilding is about survival, not just construction. The deepest wounds are invisible, emotional scars from trauma and loss. A father still hears the rushing water in his sleep, an elderly woman mourns lost photographs. This is the enduring pain that lingers long after the water recedes. The price of the storm is far more than property. It is a loss that cannot be measured. Amid chaos, hope emerges in schools, churches, and community centers turned shelters. Inside, devastation gives way to compassion. Strangers become neighbors, sharing stories, food, and burdens. Volunteers, teachers, veterans, teenagers answer the call, organizing donations, serving meals, comforting children. Acts of kindness, big and small, remind us that humanity endures. Supplies arrive daily, a testament to generosity near and far. A makeshift clinic offers care and comfort. This is community at its purest. People caring for people, no questions asked. For those who've lost everything, shelters are lifelines, offering safety, stability, and a sense of belonging. A warm meal feels like a feast, a kind word, a prayer answered. In the darkness, these shelters are islands of light. They prove that even in the worst times, the best of human nature shines through. Here, hope is rebuilt, one act of kindness at a time. The spirit of community is unbreakable. We met Maria in a shelter outside Houston. She lived with her 2 children in a small house, never expecting the storm's true power. Rain fell relentlessly, water crept in, rising from ankles to knees. Power gone, she lifted her children onto the counter, pretending it was a game. Fear rose with the water, furniture floated, the river claimed their lives piece by piece. She prayed for rescue, her phone her only link to the outside world. Calls to 911 went unanswered, she sent texts to family, water at her waist. With her children clinging to her, she waded through darkness, climbed onto the roof. They huddled, shivering, a tiny island in a vast, angry sea. Just before dawn, a light appeared, a small boat, volunteers from a nearby town. Relief overwhelmed her as they were pulled to safety. She looked back at her submerged home, knowing she'd lost everything but her children. In that moment, survival was all that mattered. Hope arrived in a simple fishing boat. Maria's story is one of fear, faith, and the kindness of strangers. In the flood's darkest hour, humanity found a way. Sometimes hope floats. The floodwaters may recede, but fear lingers. Every dark cloud, every rumble of thunder triggers fresh anxiety. Meteorology becomes the language of survival. The ground is saturated, rivers swollen. Another storm could bring disaster again. Families live on high alert, go bags packed, eyes on the sky. The simple pleasure of rain is now a source of panic. The psychological toll is immense. Rebuilding is hard when fear remains. The future feels uncertain. Will the river betray them again? The sense of security in homeownership is shattered. Children draw houses underwater, ask questions parents can't answer. This is the hidden crisis, the long-term emotional impact on a generation. The world has become unpredictable, and fear is a constant companion. Recovery means healing hearts as much as homes. In disaster, heroes emerge, sometimes neighbors, sometimes strangers with boats. We saw teenagers form a human chain to rescue an elderly man, a woman wading through chest-deep water with her dog. The Cajun Navy, volunteers with boats, became legends, answering desperate pleas for help. They ask for nothing, driven by compassion and courage. Emergency workers, firefighters, police, National Guard risked everything, rescuing families from rooftops. Their dedication is unwavering, their bravery quiet and constant. But heroism isn't just dramatic rescues. It's the volunteer working a 24-hour shift, the lineman restoring power in the rain, the team saving stranded pets. These acts of courage pierce the darkness, revealing the strength of the human spirit. In Texas, heroes are everywhere, you just have to look. Bravery is found in both grand gestures and small, steady acts. The flood revealed the best in people. In adversity, courage rises and hope endures. The hardest decision is not what to save, but when to leave. Evacuation is a heart-wrenching choice. Home is more than walls, it's memories and identity. Families wait until the last moment moving furniture, hoping the water won't reach them. Reluctance is born of love, not foolishness. A primal instinct to protect home. For some, especially the elderly, leaving is unbearable. Evacuation is chaotic. You have minutes to choose what matters most. The drive away is surreal. Familiar streets now rivers, your world disappearing. Even if your home stands, the flood violates it. Soaked walls, toxic mud, cherished things ruined. Recovery means tearing out the past piece by piece. It's a second wave of trauma, a slow demolition of your life. The hardest goodbye is not just to your home, but to the life you built inside it. Loss is more than physical, it's deeply personal. The journey forward is uncertain, but leaving is sometimes the only way to survive, and survival is its own act of courage. Away from the floodwaters, local officials fight a different battle. They are neighbors, not distant bureaucrats, making life and death decisions for their own communities. Maps, forecasts, and press conferences. Each choice carries immense weight. They plead, take this seriously, your property isn't worth your life, criticism comes no matter what. Act too soon or not soon enough. Behind the scenes, logistics are a nightmare, deploying responders, setting up shelters, coordinating aid. Information changes by the minute, stress is relentless. Officials absorb public fear and anger, all while worrying about their own families. Their job is to create order from chaos, often without thanks. They must say no, close roads, keep people safe. Every unanswered call, every delayed rescue weighs on them. Their responsibility is profound. In crisis, public service is both a burden and a calling. If one thing defines this story, it's resilience. It's in the handshake of a man who lost his home, the smile of a woman cooking for neighbors. The Texan spirit is stubborn, a refusal to be broken. Community is the foundation. Neighbors rescue neighbors, strangers open homes, businesses donate supplies. Help isn't organized, it's instinctive, a wave of decency. As soon as water recedes, cleanup begins. Volunteers with shovels and wheelbarrows, laughter amid ruin. The work is exhausting, but purpose and humor persist. Pain and loss are real, but they don't defeat the spirit. Resilience isn't immunity to hardship, it's how you respond. It's getting knocked down and helping each other up. Looking at wreckage and saying, where do we start? This strength will see communities through the darkest days. The water cannot wash away the spirit of Texas. Together, they rebuild. Together, they rise. The road ahead is long. Rebuilding will take months, even years. The landscape and its people are forever changed, carrying scars and new resolve. The focus shifts from survival to recovery, from loss to rebuilding. A new chapter begins, written by those who endured the storm. Communities unite to reimagine and rebuild. Families start over. New memories are made. Compassion and generosity become the foundation for the future. Bonds forged in adversity are unbreakable. Hope is not just a feeling, it's action. A volunteer's hammer, a business reopening, a child planting a flower. These small acts signal life's return and healing. The spirit of the people is the greatest resource. Texans will rebuild, survive, and rise again. This is their promise, to honor what was lost by building better. The water tested their strength but did not break their spirit. In Texas, hope and resilience endure.